reported.
Okay, going live. Hey, hopefully everything's working. I realise I'm asking for too much. But today, so I'm Colin, this is Respawning, and we're going to continue playing through Throne and Liberty. Just making sure that all of my beep boops are set up, which that's not the screen you should see. And that one there. So that's my second character, so I'm going to go back to my other one, who looks maybe a little bit too pretty, I'm not going to lie. Very young. There we go. Shipwrecks burn down there. So probably as a word of warning, the servers have been a little bit up and down today.
Unfortunate accidents often happen off the coast of Castleton, when fishing boats are sunk by the perilous reefs. Chunks of the bait the anglers use are
Okay, so my taunt can go a little bit down there.
from the wreckage.
Curse Nightmare
Pungent smell
has an 80% chance to inflict Curse Nightmare. Okay. Should probably finish reading that. Oh, put him to sleep. And I completely forgot that I've got my Xbox controller hooked up. So that thing's vibrating at me. I was giving it me hell. Can't wait for more attacking abilities with Sword and Shield. Oh, pick up the stuff. And then let's get out of here.
Crustaceans called crackles are often found in the wrecks near Windhill shores. Crackles are as ferocious as they look and have a pungent smell. It's said that a hunter once won the wolf hunting contest by secretly using crackle meat as bait.
Gross. I really don't know, and I don't want to find out what happens if I run out of stamina while swimming. Well, okay. Nothing. Nothing happens. I mean, that chest looks sus, but can't touch it, so... Mm-mm-mm. We're just going to try and Skyrim horse our way up there. Eh. Boo. There we go.
Damn the black rain. It broke my dear honey.
Since the opening cinematic. Okay, what game is this? This looks pretty awesome. So this is Throne and Liberty. It's currently, well, it's set to full release on next Tuesday. But for the time being, if you are interested, you can purchase one of the early access packs, or the Head Start packs. It starts at... I got the £30 odd one, there's one that's £50 odd, and there's another one which is £80 odd. They all come with different rewards, but they give you the Head Start. And it's available on Steam, Xbox, and PlayStation. The only thing that I would say is, looking on Reddit, there's a lot of people at the moment that can't actually play it on Xbox because they're having some issues. So that's something to be aware of, so you don't end up spending wasting money. No, you're very welcome. Realising that one of my chatbots isn't working, so YouTube now probably thinks I'm talking to myself. But yeah, I mean, if you just look on any of your, well, depending on what you want to use to play, check the store, and you'll get everything there. Yeah, Dan, I'll be honest with you, so I'm not the only one that's playing today. Partner's playing on PlayStation behind me, and while it's stable-ish, there's still disconnects, but those disconnects are happening at the same time that I do. So there's clearly a bigger issue. And I think it's going to be like this for like a couple of weeks. Itchy leg. Oh, okay. So maybe then console. I don't know. It feels weird because we're on a shared server, not on a, one of the console exclusive ones. So there's definitely something going on. Yeah. No, absolutely. And you too. Thanks for popping in. Yeah. Yeah, so it's an MMO. I probably should have mentioned that. MMO with crossplay. And it's using a relatively classless system as well. So if I get out of my shapeshift. So what we've got here, so I'm currently got a sword and shield and a wand. But I could be using a great sword, dual daggers, dual crossbows, bow and arrow, forgotten staff. So your class is made up of whichever combinations that you want to use. Terry, is it worth it? I think so. Genuinely having a good time. Aaron, this is Throne and Liberty. It's a new MMO which was made, developed by Nexon and published by Amazon. Did you say you can make a dedicated healer? In Viz, it's a bit of a weird one. So wand. So to be a dedicated healer, the meta, as it were, is using a wand and using a longbow. So the wand is for your heals, and the bow is to do damage in between. Thank you very much for the follow, Terry. Yeah, if you remember in Viz when we were talking about it yesterday, it's more aligned with like some other MMOs. Terry, do I have Twitch? No. Well, I do, but I don't use it. So when I'm streaming on TikTok and on YouTube at the same time. If you want to follow us on YouTube, we are at Respawning UK. So it's kind of like a cross with Arcade and New World. The weapons make your class, yep. There are plenty of guides online. I mean, the game's been out in Korea for a while. So, and there's been a lot of English players playing it as well. Kind of reminds me of when Arcade came out. Even I jumped onto Russian servers back then because I was hyped for that game. And my favourite part while streaming yesterday, someone was like, "Can you dodge roll?" And I was like, "I do remember being told I can dodge roll." And it's a really bad button combination if you're using keyboard and mouse. But your auto attack is your right click, or you can press E, and you've got a block, which hopefully will he do it? So that purple icon, that was the circle that was closing in, if I press Q at the right time, I can block it and absorb the majority of the damage. All weapons have a different version of that. Sword and shield, kind of boring, not going to lie. Great sword, you just use the entire blade to push them away. I think crossbows, you get like a jump back attack. But while you're holding that block button, if you're pressing a direction, do a little dodge. Which, using a controller, feels a lot better with a controller, I won't lie. And the other part as well, just about the fact that you are using two weapons at the same time. So I run around with sword and shield because it's cooler. I don't want to look like I'm a budget Harry Potter. But even though this is now selected as my main weapon, while I am attacking, if I'm close enough to actually use my abilities, I can still use the ability. It will switch the weapon, use the ability, then switch me back to whatever my default was. And thankfully, you can move with ranged. Is the game fixed? In what way? Do you mean like the server crashes and stuff? No. They're still happening. Oh, that was some lag. From the first release, I mean. Do you mean like the first beta or from the Korean version? A lot has changed since the Korean version. Having a look at some other like creators who have played it back then, with all the AFK play and microtransaction. Microtransactions are still here. You can effectively use a premium currency in the auction house. So it does make it a little bit pay to win, but not in the sense of you can get something which someone else couldn't. So, like, one of the video, I saw a clip from Shroud playing, and he's quite literally like, you know, if you craft a weapon and you get some really good rolls on the stats that are on there, instead of you keeping that for yourself, you can go, oh, actually, this could make me, a little bit of money. So I'm gonna put it on the auction house, and then instead of using gold, someone gives you that currency, which I think you can also use in the item shop as well. So you could use that to buy your battle pass and stuff. AFK play, though, I'm not sure. It's the first time I've heard of the game having an issue with AFK. So it's more like Warframe now. It's been a while since I played Warframe. I haven't played it since, when I last played Warframe, it was all like lobby stuff. Now there's open world and all sorts, so not sure. Would love to be able to answer that a little bit better. See, when you say AFK thing, I just keep... That sounds like RuneScape.
They don't even bother with fish. They don't catch mice either.
What? That doesn't make sense. Cat can't leave fish and mice alone.
I definitely feel like I need to move my windows around.
No! Ruined again! I made a rat morph potion instead of the terror bird! I have to deliver the potion to Musk by tomorrow! I'll have to work...
Thanks for the potion! Itch, 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 itch. So the reason why I'm going through so quickly is because 10 minutes ago I did this quest on my other character. Oh, let's turn around. Stealth gameplay.
Did you find the woman?
No, she's hiding really well.
Fact.
Who's that?
Lilith, this is Throne and Liberty. I'm using my wand. It's the new MMO released by, or developed by Nexon and released by Amazon, or published by Amazon. It's set for full free release next Tuesday. Or you can buy one of 3 head start packs. And it's probably worth mentioning as well, it's available on PlayStation, Xbox, and on Steam. And probably for Amazon Games, thinking about it, because they've got their own launcher as well, don't they? One of my favourite parts about... Oh, I don't want to use the return spell. Okay, we're going to use return. It is. There's a really big focus on PvP on it, though. But there's still plenty of PvE content to do as well. Also, there's something really cool about instead of having to pull out a mount, you effectively turn into one. We're going to go pick that up.
Honey? Oh, yes. She's the poor lady whose husband hasn't been found in 10 years. So she had a tombstone read.
That was darker than I was expecting.
She goes to pray for her husband every day. I'm sure you can find her at the Castleton Memorial right now.
Okay, so I'm going to focus on the side quest before I do the main quest. Oh, shiny in there. Oh, thanks for sharing the live, Rosie. That's the wrong button. That's the one.
Yes, I'm Hani. How may I help you? This? It's a letter from my husband. And my necklace that he used to carry around like a charm. I see. About 10 years ago, he departed on a ship seeking treasure. After a heavy rainstorm in Lasnik, his ship was found wrecked, and he never returned home. Now that I have his belongings, I can give him a proper burial.
Proper burial.
Thank you so much.
Are there different classes and stuff? So the way it works is it's classless, but depending on the equipment that you use, you effectively make the class yourself. So at the moment, I'm using a sword and shield, and I'm also using a wand as a secondary weapon. I mean, effectively, that makes me a paladin, right? So I'm tanky, and I can heal myself. And then after that, it's literally just about how you equip yourself.
Thank you so much.
I forgot that I had a cloak, so those extra stats are worth it. So sword and shield, wand, can also use great sword, dual daggers, dual crossbows, a long bow, or a staff, and then you just mix and match everything up, and you put different points into, or you level up skills as you see fit. So at the moment, I'm trying to not put too many points into some of my lower level skills, because I imagine that I'm going to get to a point where I'm going to go, actually, I don't want to use those skills anymore, and I don't think I can refund the points that I've spent into it. Hopefully that makes sense. Sometimes I feel like I'm rambling. New World was kind of. So New World was a little bit more action based for a start. Kind of thinking about it like Elder Scrolls Online, like left click to attack, right click to block. But outside of that, you're pretty much right. The only difference is with that one is Amazon developed and published that game, whereas there's a lot of talk that this was supposed to be. I don't know if you've ever heard or seen, but a game called Lineage. This was supposed to be Lineage 3, but they retooled it a bit and then turned it into Throne and Libby.
Steeping the ingredients in those jars makes the bait extra fragrant and effective.
Effective.
Chris is probably worried that the contest might not take place. On your way there, please send my letter to him via parrot mail to let him know the bait is on the way. Oh, and just so you know, there's a waypoint in the Black Howl Plains too. It will make traveling there much easier.
I don't know if that's coming up on the TikTok side, but the text wasn't really quality checked, I feel.
When you returned with the ingredients, the Lord's aide was greatly relieved that he could proceed with the contest as intended. He asked you to deliver the new bait to the Lord's brother, Chris, in Black Howl Plains. He also is the
It feels really weird playing a fantasy game and they just go, "Oh, the Lord's brother,
so you'll need
Chris."
to talk to him to acquire a keepsake.
Right, stairs, slowly, there we go. Almost yeeted myself over the edge. Also, these hook shots are like now my favorite thing in MMOs. Okay, we need to be in the building, not on the building. Ooh. So I do have this habit of like overusing my stamina while flying, though.
This vast plain was once a cherished village landmark before the packs of giant wolves appeared. Now, even seasoned hunters avoid it. Those who trespass into the realm of savage beasts must prepare to face death.
Don't you know about sheepish reconnaissance? It's a tradition where hunters make a journey among the wolves when morphed into the weakest animal, the sheep, to test their courage. If you want to be recognized as a true hunter,
I do want to be morphed into a sheep.
It's not easy. Would you care to give it a try? You can start by finding the sheep morph stone at the western campsite.
I'm more confused that somebody used another one. Oh, that one. Okay, take the road. Okay, and now that I know that there are traps on the road, I'm going to keep an eye out for that. Really don't want to have to... Like, as funny as this is, I don't want to have to do it again. No, but we have to use it anyway. Oh boy, that's worst. I mean, it's going to be a little bit cheap, but I'm doing it anyway. Hey, sorry. Sorrow? Thank you very much for the like. I was about to say, might as well help other people, but it reset. Oh, it's a book. Please don't see me. But yeah, for the most part, this is quite a chill game.
Where is the person the Lord's aid was supposed to send? Oh, maybe we should postpone the contest. Ah, you're the adventurer my aide told me about. Wait, is that new wolf bait? Good. The old bait didn't work very well. I'm grateful for your help. The hunting contest is the pride of Castleton. Are you here to make a name for yourself? What? Wolf hunting keepsakes? They were only given out in the early days of the contest. Our age must have been mistaken. But I am really touched by your story. I can't believe the children my nephew saved still remember him. It's something to be thankful for.
It does feel like he's really low down on this camera.
I have an idea. You should speak with the artisan who made the keepsakes in the past. Find him and tell him I sent you. Be warned, though. Materials are hard to come by. Are you willing to get them yourself? If so, you're going to need to collect broken wolf fangs and radiant antler fragments. Wolf fangs can be acquired by hunting wolves on the plains. Deer antlers can be found near Hamel's tomb. That's where the deer of the plains go to end their lives.
That's considerably dark.
You don't know about Hamel? Hamel was a mysterious deer that protected the Black Owl Plains. The villagers believed Hamel was sacred and could travel through both time and dreams. Hamel drove Iskael out once.
That's dark. A little bit cute.
Wolf returned with a mighty malfeasance. He killed Hamel and took my nephew's life. If it hadn't been for that evil malfeasance. Lately, I've been seeing more Starborn in the village. I have to admit, they make me a bit uneasy. With such strange powers, any one of them has the potential to turn out just like Iskael. Once you collect the materials, you'll need to visit the artisan named Thomas in Castleton. Tell him it's a favor for me, and he'll happily oblige. Do me a favor. On your way to Hamel's tomb, stop by the watchtower and light a beacon fire. It's a signal that...
So gathering in this game is a little bit cutthroat. Think about the early days of WoW, where you would always be rushing towards the next ore vein or log or whatever. That's how it is here. So it shows up on the map, and then the next thing that you'll see is people trying to get to it like now, and they can't touch it. So to an extent, while I don't, I'm gathering stuff that I'm not really going to want or I'm not really going to use. And I know makes me a bit of an arsehole, but it's an MMO and there's gold to be made. Why is the combat so clunky? Why is the auto attack a stupid keybind? So auto attack, it can be done with just right click. So I'm not actively running in there and pressing E. I think for the most part, it's to do with controller support. I think to try and make it easier for controller players to use it, they've made it so you can keybind your auto attack. And it does feel nice using control, which it doesn't really make that much sense to me. But in the same way that Final Fantasy XIV, right? It's got controller support, and I actually prefer playing that game with a controller. The thing is the clunkiness of it doesn't bother, personally, doesn't bother me that much. It's still a pretty game. The animations are still very nice. I like the active block mechanic as well.
One of the materials for the wolf hunting keepsake is a broken
is this game going free to play? Free, did you say yesterday? Hey, Oscar. Yeah. So at the moment, it's early access or head start or whatever you want to call it. And then on Tuesday, the game will be launching free to play. Nope, they're getting there first. Okay, thanks. You on Steam? Yeah, I'm playing through Steam. But it's crossplay. It's out on PlayStation and on Xbox as well. However, there were some server issues earlier on. My partner behind me is playing on PlayStation 5 at the moment. She's able to play it, whereas Xbox players are having a lot of issues. Yeah, no, makes sense. The only thing I would say is... I mean, I'd argue you're playing it. Oh. Okay. So a bit rough apparently. Console. But you're going to be playing on Steam probably. No, that's cool. I mean, what I would hope to do is the same with what I did for Once Human. I can't remember what I was playing before, but it was actually people that were coming into the stream and recommending Once Human to me. So we started a Discord for things so we can all team up and play together. So if you are, or if you want other people to play with, send me a message and I'll send you a link to our Discord. Itchy hand. Let's go do the side quests, because otherwise I will run past and regret it later. I am looking forward to some new abilities for Sword and Shield. Some of the translation stuff's a little bit weird. The objective was to move into the house.
Who's there? Go away!
This is the merchant from Resident Evil 4.
No, I mean help! I'm dying because of this purple gem I have. A long time ago, Chris entrusted me with this gem from Wisp Island. I got greedy and absconded with it. And it's been draining the life out of me ever since. Really? I want to return it and be liberated from my pain. I can't do this anymore. I want to
That's probably a good. That's probably a way to look at a lot of games. I love it when it works. I mean, I would like something in my mailbox for an apology.
The purple gem? Neil wants to give it back to me? I see. If I had known then that the gem was a fragment of the Star of Silvereth, I would never have entrusted it to him. If an ordinary man covets the star fragment,
being attacked by
will be
wolves on the
consumed by its
plains,
power,
please help them.
but he can't get rid of the star.
No, that would make
fragment
sense.
on his own. You must retrieve it quickly and save him. Hurry and bring Neil here. Tell him not to worry. I won't reprimand him. I'll contact the Resistance and arrange to collect the star fragment.
Oh. Burn. Yeah, that's fair.
You also came for this fragment, didn't you? Impossible!
Right, running out of stamina, so could you stop using charge? No, keep going.
The Star of Silvereth. Every last piece shall be mine.
So, if I've never explained this before, vaping's kind of looked down upon while streaming on TikTok. So if I disappear, I tend to make it during cutscenes, have a little bit of a cheeky vape, and then load up, turn my camera back on.
Why did you come alone? Where's Neil? What? He was murdered by an Archeum soldier? Good gods. In the end, we couldn't save Neil after all. The star fragments are dangerous.
They are dangerous.
You too should be aware of the power of the star fragment. This one will soon be returned to the Resistance headquarters. I can take things from here. Good job.
Either light or extinguish a... Huh. I could do that. Hey, Brooklyn. This is Throne and Liberty. It's a newly released MMO. It's made by the people who made like Lineage 2, Nexon. And it's published, by Amazon Games. It's going to be free to play, but the free to play starts on next Tuesday. I'll protect it from wolves. But if you want to jump into the head start early access stuff, you can purchase one of 3 packs. It's like £30 odd, £50 odd, £80 odd. They all come with various rewards. I saw the trailer for this. It looks incredible. Is it Steam? So it's Steam, PlayStation, and Xbox. Although, looking at Twitter, people are struggling on Xbox at the moment. And thank you very much for the follow! But yeah, we're coming out on consoles as well. Well, being released on consoles as well. The controller support's actually quite tight. On my other character, I've been running around using controller, and it's quite nice. It takes a little bit of getting used to, but especially when you consider that you've got, what, 12 buttons there for your abilities. LB was used for blocking, RB was used for attacking, and then your items are on your D-pad. Thank you for the info. Gonna have a gander. Go do it. And if you do buy in early, I'm on... my other character is on Ezekiel server. And I got a hurty arm again. Oh, woo! He is one ugly boy. Poke the bear, I'll poke you in a minute. I mean, it's a big promise. So, Invis, have you bought into this, or are you waiting for the free servers? Don't promise me a good time and deliver. Sounds like a good shout, Brooklyn. The good thing about it is that, at least for the start, they're segregating those that pre-ordered and those that are starting at free-to-play. Just because having that head start, you're just going to be able to fuck over anyone. No, that makes sense. Okay, so I'm gonna have to come back here. I'm getting attacked. Yep, Okay, so have to keep an eye on the timer. I mean, that says 11 p.m. I mean, is that 11 p.m. as in 6 minutes? I mean, that's the... It is, because that's local time. Okay. And this also explains why everyone else is just chilling here. I was having a moment of, I need to sneeze. Then it leapt at me. Okay, so this is going to be the first dynamic event that we've done. But while waiting, let's have a look at the battle pass. Acquired, acquired, acquired. I thought you couldn't. I thought you couldn't take over materials. Oscar, is it pay to win or is it fair? So far, nothing that's affected me. You can buy a premium currency, and then you can use that premium currency in the auction house. So does that mean later on when it's, you know, people getting like the best weapons through guild content? Sure. You'll find that once you've, you know, as a guild, once you've got all your core members armored to the teeth, you're then probably going to start trying to sell that on the auction house, right? Like, I can't imagine it going any other way. But will it be pay to win early on? I don't think so. Yeah. Starman. This is the luckiest I've been for a while now. Earlier on I was getting quite a few drops back to back. There's still drops happening on PlayStation. You still having problems on PlayStation? Okay. Still drops on PlayStation as well. I think this is going to be the... Yes, it is, yeah. Yondo. I think it's going to be like this. I want to say I think it's going to be worse on Tuesday, but with the fact that Head Start and free-to-play players are going to be kept separate on different servers, I don't think it will be that bad. But it's difficult to tell. But, you know, to be fair, it's an MMO at launch. So based on that, I mean, so far I've been able to put in more hours into this than I was able to put into New World at launch. You know, take away from that what you will, I suppose. Yes. In Viz, it's not quite Druids. Is it Shaman? I have been looking at it. I am tempted to get it. Just not on day of the release, I think. Yeah, but they're not called. That's not their class name, is it? Yeah, true. So some issues can be expected. Yeah. I mean, you know, the only thing that I'm taking away is compared to some other games where you get kicked, you're then in a queue, you play for 2 minutes, you get kicked, you're in the queue again. At the very least, the only thing that I'm thankful for with this is that if I get kicked, bam, I'm straight back into the game.
It's been 10 years since the battle with Iskale. Years ago, my heroic son Henry protected our lovely Castleton at the cost of his life. To prevent such tragedy from happening again, we're holding an annual contest that will help our hunters to hone their skills and stand united.
Are you preparing for the hunt? So, why give me a calendar that says the event will start at 11 if you're then going to go, oh, it's 11, it's going to start in 5 minutes? The Purple Reaper, this is Throne and Liberty. It's a new MMO. It's released on Steam, Xbox and PlayStation. All crossplay. Starman, thank you very much for the follow, buddy. I've got 2 characters, so I'm filling up both my slots at the moment. I've got 1 character on Ezekiel, and can't remember what character this is on. But when I made the character yesterday, a lot of the old servers, or the original 4 servers that were there, have been shut off for new player creation. Last hour because I keep getting disconnected mid-fight. Yeah, that's a pain in the ass. It looks sick. I play well, so I may need to give it a go. For a free-to-play, it's going to be worth it. You know, if you're going to wait till Tuesday, that is. Especially when you've got an active subscription somewhere else. Yeah, I don't want to fight other wolves. Excuse me, I don't want to fight other wolves. Lightbringer. Sounds like a WoW server. Definitely not on Lightbringer. But what I can see happening is when the free-to-play stuff launches, I will probably end up deleting this character and then making a character on whatever server Invis goes on, if Invis is still here. Just because we also play Once Human together. So hopefully we can get a lot of people together. Saying together a lot. Togetherness. Is this the ESO replacer? No. I realise that's just blunt. It's not.
If you ever get surrounded by wolves, hesitate to ask for help.
The only thing that will kill ESO off is ESO.
At all times. Make sure that you help each other whenever possible.
No, thanks, Star. You too. And hopefully tomorrow the servers will be a bit more stable. But yeah, Lumi, ESO is going to be around for a very long time. But no one has ever asked me if it was an ESO killer. People have always asked, when it comes to MMOs anyway, is it a WoW killer? New World on the console looks promising. Yeah, but I think New World's going to have the same problems that we're having here, which is while they've got console-only servers, they are also going to have everything's also going to be cross-play as well. So in the middle of the month, or the middle of October, whenever the game's going to be releasing, everyone's going to be going, oh, server instability, oh, we did this 2-3 years ago when it came out on PC. "45 seconds till the event starts."
The wolf hunting contest will
Also,
start
you
soon.
say New World on console looks promising. The new version looks promising on PC.
And the hero of this town, Henry.
Yeah, New World on PC. It's on console. I did free to play on cross-gen servers. PC players were so welcoming. Yeah, and the reason why they're so welcoming is because the game's been in such a state and in such a decline that welcoming new people in is the best thing that they can do. Hunt wolves and deliver the acquired wolf tails. Wolves. I regret being melee.
Great honor and greater rewards
You
await those who can bring
motherfucker.
in the most wolf tails. I'm looking forward to seeing
I did forget
what
I've got a
the
chain.
winners will be. Now, let the game commence.
Why can't you pick that up? I've been dying for something that plays like ESO but isn't ESO. I mean, to an extent, this does, but it's more tab targeting than ESO. So while it looks a bit quicker and you do have dodges and active blocking, which I just failed. It's now my new favourite mount system, that's for sure, where you become the mount. I played the beta of this. Have there been any major changes? Haven't kept my eye on the Discord. So I didn't play the beta, if I'm honest. So it's difficult to kind of comment on. Nope, come here. We got 12 tails. Can't see me winning. So far out of 1 out of 10, what would you rate this game at the moment? I'm going to go middle ground. I'm going to say it's like a 7. Like, I'm enjoying the exploration, I'm enjoying the combat, even though it is a little bit slow. I am playing Paladin, so I am a bit tanky with some survivability in there. So it's not like I'm taking that many risks, right? I'm just here for the adventure. Very much like what my first Skyrim playthrough was like. Yeah, Skyrim came out. I went Paladin. Didn't take any risks. As long as it's not Baldur's Gate style where it's turn-by-turn basis. Illumi, no. No, absolutely not. But if you are one of the Elder Scrolls players on PC anyway that likes using a controller, the controller support for this is pretty good. I did this event on the beta. It was carnage. Way too many people. Yeah. I mean, it feels like there's way too many people here as it is. But that's also because I am basically playing a tank, right? Even though I keep forgetting that I have that chain ability. The animals used only for movement, or can they be used in combat too? Only for movement. So you can turn into something to help you travel on ground, in air, and in sea. I mean, dings, boys and girls. Someone's got 82. I have 25. I'm looking forward to trying out the guild PvP system on this. Yeah, me too. I mean, it looks daunting as hell. Like, normally when a game comes out, you know, an MMO comes out, I'm normally like going, do you know what? I'd really like to make my own guild, get some people involved. But in this one, I feel like I'd get it, and then I'll just get my shit pushed in. Oh, thanks for respawning right in front of me. Appreciate that. Yeah, never run a guild on this. Most been like that is Adnan, but not in the ESO guild. Yeah, that's fair. Feeling quite proud of that those 42 wolf tails. Gonna be disappointed when someone turns up with 100 as he's going around dual wielding crossbows. Yeah, I've always found running guilds and stuff to be quite fun, but it's always depending on the people that you get, right? Because most of the time you just get people that are just interested in getting the any buffs or anything from a guild. Enjoy it, man. I'm off. Have a good one. Well, thanks, Tomo. Thanks for popping in today. Hit him then. Thank you. Right, that's rough.
The wolf hunting contest is a tradition in Laslin, founded to honor the hero Henry and his defeat of Iskale. Thanks to the continuing support of Lord Hobbs,
it's the hero Henry. is the least heroic name ever.
Run through the plains, battling ferocious wolves.
Right, let's do. Okay, maybe I do press E for the auto attack sometimes. Why feels like such a horrible button for my weapon change. Who else we got? Yeah, get over here.
Don't lose hope just yet. No one knows.
154? Well, I'm definitely not going to be a winner. As long as I'm not last. Come on, Harry Potter it.
Oh, the delivery for the northern campsite is already finished.
I didn't realise there were multiple drop-offs, I'm not going to lie.
Try moving to another campsite.
Wait, is there a blocking feature like in Space Marine 2? I mean, I wouldn't say it's like Space Marine 2, but there is a blocking feature, yeah. So I don't think you can see it on my TikTok screen. But you've got an active block, or in some cases a parry, depending on what defensive skill you're using. But as you will see like a circle start to slowly close in. If you block at the right time, you negate pretty much all of the damage. I think it depends on what class you are, or what weapon you're using, sorry.
Try to deliver the tales in advance so you don't run out of time.
No, that's fair advice. Whereas from memory in Space Marine 2, it was more of a, if they're coming at you, there's a circle. So it's free to play. It's currently in its early access or head start phase. I feel like it was worse coming here than it was where I was before. So I'm just going to stop. I'm going to stand still and protest. Is it free to play or paid? So it's going to be free to play. The free to play launches on Tuesday. It's going to be available on Steam, Xbox, and PC. Try that again. Steam, Xbox, and PlayStation. If you want to get the head start, you can buy one of 3 packs. So they come with, you can play the game now. But also, my inventory is full again. Get rid of it, then. I was saying something, but my full inventory completely and utterly broke my train of thought. Yeah, 3 packs. All come with early access or head start. And they all come with different level of cosmetics. But to be fair, in terms of mounts, it came with the coolest one. Yeah, probably worth waiting until Tuesday. Well, there's that as well. I mean, everyone needs time off every now and then. But to be fair, I mean, I got through uni pretty much through drinking and playing games. Yeah, this is mad. I can't get anywhere quick enough to be able to do this as a melee unit. Hello, Wolvies.
Don't lose hope just yet. No one knows who the winner will be.
Don't lose hope. Here's me crying inside. Right, let's wait for 1 second. Right, come here, you.
The delivery for the Southern Lake campsite is already finished. Didn't you know?
No, I didn't know.
You'll have to go to another campsite.
Yes, I feel like this is now going to be incredibly crazy. So there's me going, oh, there's no way I'm going to have over 100. I'm frightened to see what some of these numbers are.
Only 3 minutes remain. Well, you're not going to give up now, are you?
292 is the top one. I can't touch that. I mean, I realise that's a defeatist attitude, but that's my attitude. That's where we're at. Tyler, how am I playing? Well, it's currently head start. So I purchased one of the bundles that are available. Because I'm relatively tight, I bought the cheapest one. And for people that don't want to get any of the head start bundles, the game officially launches on Tuesday. I definitely feel like I need to have a look at my abilities after this.
Only 1 minute until the contest ends.
617. There's me with 77. Yeah, let's be honest, I've let my ancestors down with this one.
Try to deliver the tales in advance so you don't run out of time.
See, I just want to know what the reward is. "15 seconds.
Everyone halt! We will now announce the winner of the hunting contest.
Nijiri, if you are still there, there you are, on YouTube.
Put your hands together.
What is this, friend? So this is, I got an achievement. I'm quite happy with that. This is Throne and Liberty. The free-to-play of the game is going to be launching on Tuesday. If you are interested, you can buy one of the early access packs or head start packs on either Steam, PlayStation, or Xbox. They start at like £30-odd, £50-odd, £80-odd. I went for the cheaper one. I hope I've completed all the quests linked to it. You did not. Yeah.
Did you catch a lot of wolves?
Catched all the wolves.
Oh, now that I look at you again,
I
are you
didn't.
not the adventurer who brought me new bait? Chris told me about you. I give you my sincerest thanks. You saved the contest. What was it like to participate in the contest? Can you see why it is the pride of Castleton? This contest was first...
I want to know how they got so many wolves.
...in memory of my son. As a father, I wanted to do anything I could to commemorate my son's sacrifice. But now, the hunting contest also feels like a gift Henry left for the village. It has become a sort of celebration for brave hunters. I know Henry would have loved these games. I miss my boy's smile.
Yeah, check it out. I mean, you know, it does... From what I've played so far, I'm having a really good time. The event probably isn't the best way for me to show that on my face, because I'm running around as a melee.
You got the chance to speak with Lord Hobbs after participating in the wolf hunting contest.
But the game itself, I mean, visually, it's just oozing quality.
About his son Henry.
There are server issues at the moment, but it is an MMO, and it's probably on par when Lost Ark launched. So the Amazon servers they're holding in there, they're kicking people out, but you're getting back in quite quickly. And by quite quickly, I mean it's instant. Like there's no queue times. Yeah. I wish I could name an MMO that didn't have issues at launch. They did issue some mail with shop currency as compensation, I think. Yeah, you're not the first person to tell me that. It hasn't come my way yet. I mean, it feels like console players have been targeted a little bit more with that because they've been having the most issues. Streaming yesterday, I think I spent like 15-20 minutes just trying to get back into the game. I got mine about 30-40 minutes ago, and yes, I'm playing on PS5. So that could be it. But at the same time, it could just be that I'm partially blind. Yeah. Yeah, I saw that today on console as well. It would be nice for them to give out the token for like recustomizing your character, because if it's like a good chunk of people are going to be spending a lot of time on creating their character. Yesterday, I was a bit sloppy. Felt like I've got the youngest or the cutest looking Viking ever. I didn't want that. Look at those big eyes. I can't even see if that's actually shown on the... Yeah, it is. There you go. Look at those ooh, big green eyes. Quest that way. I realise I'm being super lazy, but the quest is telling me to press B to return. So I'm doing it.
Sweet Ukarak, I don't even have money for another drink. Who are you? Keepsakes? Yeah, I made them. But I made my last one a long time ago.
It doesn't sound very dwarvish.
I can't even remember how to use my tools. I may not look it, but I'm very anxious. Whenever I begin a new project, I become consumed with doubt and indecision, and...
Oh, we've all been there. Yeah, so that's the thing about the events in the game. So, Throne and Liberty is very event based. So while you've got your storyline and stuff, there is a rotation of different events which happen. So you can keep checking the schedule to find out when they are. I mean, thankfully they were in local time, and I happened to be in the right place at the right time.
So eerie? You mean that girl Henry said? But I just mess it up and disappoint her. And not just one, but two.
It's just not a dwarven voice, is it?
All right, fine, I'll try. But I need total silence to work. So
It completely changes Lord of the Rings. You're gonna have to toss me. It just doesn't sound right.
I hope Soere likes them. It feels great to pick up my tools again and get a bit of my own confidence back.
And it feels good in his hands as well.
Someday. I don't feel quite ready yet. Actually, you should visit Marianne, the accessory crafter. A well-crafted accessory can make you more powerful. Tell her I sent you, and she'll be good to you.
Thomas, a Castleton craftsman,
That's all I need.
about the past and recreated the same kind of wolf hunting keepsake he made in times long gone. He vividly remembered the days when Iskale raided his town, recalling that alongside young
Adventurer, did you... You're a real lifesaver! Thank you so much! I'm so happy.
Proper lifesaver.
For me. I'll put this keepsake to good use. I'll offer it at Henry's grave to let him know the hunting contest is still being held in his name. Actually, we weren't just saved by Henry. There happens to be another hero who came to save us that day. However, that person vanished without even saying a word.
And he looks awfully,
I'll meet that other
very
hero
much like you.
someday. If I ever do, I'll hold on to this other keepsake so I can give it to them. Oh, if you have the time, you should go and visit Henry's grave. You'll be able to find his tomb over in the Abbey. That's the place where Henry fought Iskale.
Yeah, right, I will.
Really? That'd be real nice. Castleton Abbey is located on a hill that's somewhere between the town and the plains.
Pay respects. Where are the vocals coming from?
Oh, do you need something?
When this little guy turned up. Haha, did you know it's tough? It's a tough world out there, and you have to be strong to protect what's important to you. Good talk. Okay. Alright, we'll just walk away from that one.
That was close. I can't believe the ghastly tales were true.
You absolutely need to grow skills. It's a must. There is a way to make your skills stronger. You'll need an active or passive skill growth book, depending on which skill you want to improve.
Yeah, if the next contest is at 2 AM, I have a feeling you're going to miss that one as well.
You'll need to use skill growth books to learn new skills. They're divided by skill level, so be sure to read them carefully. Say, didn't you visit me before? I knew it. Thank you for helping out Martinet. I will prepare special items for you, just for this once. Enhance your skills with active and passive skill growth books.
Following Thomas's advice, you visited the skills researcher Adrian. Adrian taught you how to craft and use skill growth books. Armed with this new knowledge, you now have the potential to become even stronger.
So that's cool having every time that you defend successfully that you get mana back, but I don't feel like I'm using a lot of mana. I feel like I got incredibly lucky there on the last book. Bryced? Yep. So the early access started yesterday, or the head start started yesterday. So if you want to, if you purchase one of the three early, I keep saying early access, and someone jumped on me for that one yesterday, so I now keep correcting myself. So the head start, yes. So head start's out. The official release or the free to play starts next Tuesday. If you want to get the head start, there's 3 packs that you can buy on Steam, Xbox, and PlayStation. 30 odd quid, 50 odd quid, 80 odd quid. They all come with various rewards. I went for the cheapest one because sometimes I can be a little bit cheap. Okay. Curse. Right, so that's clearly one of the issues. Curse weakens people. I should be using Curse. I see. I can't wait to play this. I think it's a more simple version of BDO, Black Desert Online. Yeah, it's got its complications, but it's definitely nowhere near as complicated as BDO can be. Increases healing by 8% and decreases cooldowns by 10% during the day. That's horrible. I got the cheaper version of this, and I'm also wanting New World. Yep, I'm the same with New World, but I own it on PC already, so I don't know how that's going to impact me. If they want me to buy it again, I'm probably not going to, if I'm honest. One question: how do classes work? If you don't mind telling me. Yeah, no problem. So classes. Classes is done by the weapons that you use. So there's no. It's not WoW. It's not Final Fantasy 14. You don't pick up start the game and then you're locked into a class forever. So at the moment, I'm using a sword and shield, and my offhand or my sub weapon is a wand. The one's for healing, the other one's for tanking. Effectively, I'm making myself a paladin. It's probably the best way to look at that. But I could be using a greatsword, dual daggers, dual crossbows, a longbow, or a staff. So it's dependent on how you mix and match these things. And then you base it on your skills and what skills that you level up. So you can freely swap whenever you want to. But if you don't have the resources to then pump into it, so you'll be max level, you'll be using what I would hope would be some really cool equipment, but your skills would be utter dog shit. I was a PC player, but don't own the expansion. Yeah, I don't own the expansion either. So if New World effectively went, we want you to pay another 20 quid, and that gives you access to everything, I would do that. If they want to pay another 60 quid, they can do one. Yeah. So like New World, like same but different. Because it's definitely been a while since I played New World. But I don't remember you having to pump resources into your skills. Your skills just naturally got better the more you used them, the more you leveled up. But like this is the screen that I'm on now. As you can see, I am 2% through leveling up my block, and it's RNG. So I'm using these books. If I only use one book, so it's going to cost me 3 books to get a percentage. So let's hit level up. That only took me up to 42%. If I do it again, a bit better. And then third time only took me up on 30%. So it's a bit of a... I say a gamble. I hate using the word gamble, but that's kind of what it is. Considering doing staff 1 for solo clearing and leveling, swapping to great sword and daggers for endgame PvP. Great sword and daggers I never thought about, because I felt like the stats didn't match up. So that's another thing. You can't really see it on... Hang on. Let's do it this way. Let me move my screen. So anyone watching on YouTube, you can see everything but TikTok. So you can see here, and I can't see any of your chat right now, so I'm just going to have to talk at you. As you level up, you get stat points, so I've got 10 stat points. And I can put that into strength, dex, wisdom, or perception. And as you can see, as you reach certain milestones, you get additional stats. So if I put in 30 points into strength, that'll increase my maximum. I'll get an additional maximum health bonus of 750. 40, or a damage reduction of 15. When it comes to dual daggers, that's going to be dex, right? Because you're pretty much always a glass cannon. Doesn't matter what game it is, you're a glass cannon. You're effectively going to want to at least get your dex up to 50, so you get the movement speed as well. so you can close the gap, sneak up behind someone, do some crit damage while in stealth. But I don't feel like strength and dex. I feel like they're two classes that contradict each other, right? Let's put that back in the middle. And let's bring up the chat again. Mage Warrior, same sort of thing. Like, I think you could make it work. Yeah. I think it's something that I would need to see. But again, like I'm playing this pretty safely by going like that paladin type build. He's all the way up. No. Where is he then? Guy I was talking to. I can read.
Do you want to make your skill? Take your time browsing.
Yeah, I would imagine.
Take care now. Forget something. Ah, congratulations.
That's why I think. I mean, I've got two characters, so that's why I think I'll eventually go to the other one.
Anything else you would like to know? Oh.
But the other one is something which I'm playing slower.
Adrian said if a skill reaches a certain level, an additional effect will be activated. Such power will be very helpful in the coming war.
So this is one of the things that you'll kind of find with me, just as a player in general, that I tend to naturally play through things too quickly. And to an extent, streaming, while it gets me playing the game more, or playing games more in general, I actually play through them slower. It's a weird little caveat to being me. And one of the weirdest things I'm going to say out loud, I keep feeling something vibrate. And it's my Xbox controller, because my Xbox controller is still plugged in.
Starchild, are you seeking a path?
Managed to spill vape liquid everywhere. There you are.
After all the twists and turns, you finally gave Soiri the wolf hunting keepsakes you'd gathered. She was overjoyed, expressing her gratitude over and over again. Soiri hoped that people would continue to remember Henry for years to come, and told you the location of the abbey where he's buried.
I was sure I killed them all.
I mean, it might be a boy with a sword, but that is not a boy's voice.
Help me out. The howl of the alpha wolf resurrects the dead wolves. It must be one of the 3 leaders of Iskale's pack.
However, you know, we say about paladins and low DPS. I mean, I'm definitely feeling it right now.
I couldn't have fought them off without you. Iskale is leading wolves to
What exactly happened here?
What
You
happened
might
to
be
the
a...
others in the valley?
Your name might be Boy with Sword, but you definitely ain't a boy.
Come to think of it, you're not from our village, are you? How did you end up in a dangerous place like this? You must leave. The wolves will be here soon. If you head downhill, you'll find the village. You'll be safe there. I have to look after the others here. The wolves attacked, and the people in the abbey weren't able to flee the village. There are young children among them. We must rescue them quickly.
Feels weird coming from Boy with Sword.
Really? It will be dangerous, but thank you. There was no one inside or behind the abbey. Let's look below. Hey, I hear children. Oh no, there are wolves here too.
I was so scared.
Damage, it could be interesting and fun.
Did you come here to scare? Really? Thank you so much.
Damage what? The Boy with Sword. Oh, I know I said wand, but I'm gonna have to play around with staff and bow with AoE range and burst.
Because of Iskale, so many people.
Yeah, so one of the things that I was gonna do was go wand and bow, because apparently that's one of the healer metas out there.
I couldn't save everyone, but thanks to you, the children are safe.
I'll just turn it, clip the camera off so I can have a vape.
I must get them to the village. It won't be easy to protect the children while we make our way down in the dark. Can you help me once more? Thank you. I don't know where you came from, but I'll never forget your kindness. Oh, I haven't properly introduced myself yet. My name is Henry Kastler. Would you mind telling me your name? I won't forget. I'll lead the way. Please check on the children to make sure they're keeping up.
What if there are wolves hiding in the forest? I'm scared.
Yeah, okay, that makes sense.
If we follow Henry and his friends,
As weird as this is gonna sound, there's only one game that I've really enjoyed playing a healer in, and that was Final Fantasy XIV. The reason why that sounds weird, if no one here has played Final Fantasy XIV, is their damage rotation pretty much consists of like 3 buttons.
This way. The door is locked. It's okay, the wolves are gone. Please open.
Anything Holy Trinity in Elder Scrolls Online has always confused me. Like, I love the game, and I got addicted to it for a while,
I think it's broken.
but dungeons were just a completely different experience.
oh no, no. 누구세요? 늑대들은 이제 갔어요?
Were they just talking a different language? They were, right?
You just saved my life.
Or was it just 100% accent? They were. Thank you. Thank you, Jesus is the best.
I was sure I was going to die then and there.
Just a name I had to say out loud.
What should I call you, adventurer?
Wolves are gathering.
And Kobe, thank you very much for the follow, buddy. Yeah, I'm pretty, and thank you very much for the like as well. Yeah, I'm pretty sure it was like just one line of Japanese, and then it just went straight back to English. Am I getting the new Silent Hill next week? It's on the list. If
Let's take a break.
so, I'm not the only person involved with respawning.
Children must be startled.
So we are looking at getting it,
For a moment.
and if we do, we will probably that'll probably be something that we will stream only on YouTube. But also, if I'm honest with you, I'm a bit of a pussy and I'm terrible at horror games. So if you go through the any of the lives that are on our YouTube channel, anything that isn't me tends to be horror games.
Well, let's hit the road again. No more breaks until we get to the village. You can do it, right?
Right.
And Jesus is the best. Thank you very much for liking the video, or liking the live.
We should go slowly so the children can keep up. I must speak with you. The village is straight ahead. Can you bring them to the village for me? I have to go back to the abbey. Iskale will be there soon.
You play Resident Evil and Evil Within 1 and 2. So I tried playing Evil Within 1, and I found it a bit rough, but I think it was more cult horror than anything else. But to my understanding, number 2 became so much better.
In that dream, I'm attacked, just like today. And in the end,
Okay.
I face Iskale alone at the abbey. In my dream, only I know how to defeat Iskale. And after that battle, an age of peace returns to Castleton. Now I understand.
Whereas,
the dream has sent me.
I love this one. What's your favorite Resident Evil game?
To do. I'm not sure why Hamill chose me. I just know that it is my duty. I think it's already begun. The wolves are coming. We must protect the children. I'll take this side.
I don't know why I trusted the NPC to go, I'll take this side, and just go, yeah, okay, I've done my bit.
We're out of time. I ask you once more, please make sure that the children make it to the village safely. And that howl. It's Iskale. The wolves have been resurrected. Please protect the children until the end. You beasts! Over here!
Favorite Resident Evil games is Village and 7. Do you want to know what mine is? And people hate this. Resident Evil 6 was the one where you were playing as all characters, right? The wolves have all been slain.
I see the village.
Because Resident Evil 6 was easily my favourite.
Oh, you're all safe.
However, every time Leon was on screen, I was just then just constantly going, "Oh, but he looks so dark and mysterious."
Safe, my daughter. I thought I'd never see my daughter again. I don't know how to thank you. Are you Henry's friend? I heard that Henry went up to the Abbey alone.
Oh, and of course, if you played it on PC, you had the Left 4 Dead crossover as well.
No, that can't. Iskale's a monster. No human could stand against him alone. And Henry's weak. If he went to fight Iskale, he'd be killed in a heartbeat. I hope he can find some way to come back safely.
Well, yeah, you know what I mean. I played them on. I never owned number 1. I remember playing the demo
And the heart of Henry.
back in the days when you got demo discs. Banging. I did own 2 and 3. 4 I borrowed and played on GameCube. 5, while there was a lot of controversy around it, I played that on 360 with a friend. 6 I've bought multiple times. 7 because it went back to first person. I didn't quite. It didn't really tickle me in the right way. Where Village, I haven't played it yet, but I'm tempted to. And that's just because they've added in the third person, like officially supported third person.
Standing over Henry's grave, the spirit of the divine beast Hamel
Wow.
appeared. As he used his mysterious power, a vision of the abbey where Henry and Iskale fought unfolded before your eyes. What was Hamel trying to tell you? If you are able to control the dangerous astral force,
My eye.
where will your path lead? Hamel, the sacred deer of the Black Owl Plains, met his demise. And his death heralded Iskale's return. Those who fled from the wolves found themselves isolated in the abbey. Iskale, with the power of the star fragment and backed by a pack of ravenous wolves, set upon them. While the people cowered in terror, Henry rose to the occasion. He had always admired Hamel's courage, and he took heart from it now, urging the others to escape. As Henry desperately battled against the wolves, Iskale rushed towards him. Henry knew of Iskale's weak point. Hamel had come to him in a dream, showing him what he needed to know, and so Henry hurled his torch at the bottles of lamp oil in the storeroom. The oil ignited instantly, and with each fiery explosion, the very ground beneath their feet trembled. Henry was caught in the flames, along with Iskale.
The narrator has
All
such
that
a
remained when the
nice
others returned to the abbey were the bones and ashes of
pace
Henry
in the
and the
way
wolves.
that they articulate.
Now the people of Castleton hold a wolf hunting contest every year.
But there was a
to
sentence
honor
there
the
that was
courage and
quicker than
sacrifice of the
anything
young
else that's
hero.
been said in this game. Noom.
Oh, do you need something?
It's not that I need something, but I do need to get rid of stuff. It feels so weird that I'm getting rid of pre-order items. I'm not gonna. I'm gonna put them in my inventory. Come back. Storehouse, 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 storehouse. There.
Oh, brother, you're here.
My storage is full.
Revolupius. Many have died because of this evil man.
I'll keep your things safe so you can rest easy.
Okay, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to leave it there for today. But what I would say, thank you very much for everyone who's been watching over TikTok and YouTube. If you've been enjoying playing games with me, you know, leave a cheeky little follow, and I will catch you when I'm next online, which will either be tomorrow. Oh, scared the shit out of me. Wasn't expecting that. Thank you very much for the follow. Yep, so I'll either be back over the weekend, or I will be back Monday, where I'll be streaming Monday through to Friday. But otherwise, guys, let's take care, and I will catch you next time.